Have I talked to you about the Battle Network games and how much I love them? They were great. It was a mix of fast action, RPG elements, and card collecting. And the world setting. This was back in 2001. I was 11, and the idea of smart homes, and smart ovens, and smart microwaves, everything was smart. It may have not been a perfect glimpse into the future, but the concept was neat. And after 14 years of not having a Battle Network game to play, I stumbled across something called One Step from Eden. I'll admit I had my reservations about this since I tend to avoid the rose-tinted glasses of nostalgia, but let's take a step into Eden and let's talk about it. This game doesn't waste a moment of time with introductions. You see Eden? Right over there? You're one step from it. So start stepping, bitch. You get Saffron to start with as you begin your road trip to Eden, battling your way through various baddies until coming across other characters who are also heading towards Eden. There's nothing wrong with a low info start into a game when it's not expecting you to do a deep dive into it for all of the lore. Most you get is a blurb for each character, and that's about it. On the surface, the battle system is rather simple. Move one of 4 directions and fire your basic weapon, with the option for using a spell in one of your 2 available slots. Fairly standard Battle Network setup, but here's the catch. They added 7 squares. And here's another catch. Your cards are themed with varying types of synergy. And here's another catch. Eden relies heavily on the heart of the cards. It takes the aesthetic approach of Yu-Gi-Oh! By making decks that can synergize well within their own sets, such as Poison or Shield. However, it's less restrictive like Magic the Gathering by not punishing you for mixing up playstyles, like making a burn deck with some poison cards mixed in. There's also a subset of cards that function as passives called artifacts, which range from increasing available mana and mana regen to buffs and reactive effects to certain card types. And pets are available too. Apart from deck building, each character has their own unique base weapon and starting artifact. Certain characters, like Hazel and Celicy, do feel a bit limited to certain spell types if you're wanting to maximize the use of their starting kits, while you get a little more wiggle room with someone like Shizo or Saffron. As far as appearances go, One Step from Eden has a nice pixel style to it. It also goes for what looks like a future with magic and tech combined. However, it doesn't try to overdo everything, keeping to a modest amount of extravagance while still offering some nice animation work. There's honestly not a lot that stands out, but with how fast-paced the gameplay is, it kinda works in Eden's favor. The music of this game definitely shines, giving the fun vibes of the Battle Network series, but not mimicking the digital stylings. Not to say it doesn't have those electronic beats mixed into some of their tracks. There's a decent amount of variety that matches the scenery of each stage, and as you progress on your adventure toward Eden, the battle tracks change as well. The tunes that truly shine through, though, are the boss themes, each piece taking inspiration from every character's playstyle when being confronted. Gunner's theme is a bit heavy and calculated. It hits hard and takes itself seriously, not moving too quickly. Saffron's theme is full of spunk and shows off spell combos. It's like I'm listening to a battle track for a hopeful protagonist who's been studying this card game with a burning passion. Then there's Violet. Pushing your way through to the end will leave you with a few options depending on how you tackle the run. While battling through each map, you're given the option to either spare your opponent or smite! Remove too many, spare them all, or struggle, and you'll find yourself on the end of something. Before I forget, I did want to touch a bit more on the gameplay. Namely, how the progression system works while playing through a given map. You'll level up over the course of each encounter, usually getting an optional artifact when leveling up, while getting a choice for another spell after each battle. But this isn't the only way to upgrade your deck or your character. Meet the Happy Merchant. You can spend your cash on spells, artifacts, spell upgrades, spell removals, or even refresh the shop for a new selection. But the packs? Oh, this is my favorite part of the shop. Getting something free in exchange for being set on fire? Absolutely. Getting the money slapped out of you? Wonderful. 9 stacks of fragile? The greatest sale of all though? That's not something money can buy. You'll have to earn it through the hardship of battle. You can actually fight the shopkeeper to unlock as an additional character, and given that she scales in power with each map you clear, means you're going to have to bring the best deck and skills you've got. Okay, I cheesed the game and took her on the first map with Best Girl. The victory felt hollow, the reward unsatisfying, the journey cut short. But there's still one challenge left. Once again, with a stronger deck and sharper reflexes, I took the biggest step of all. It's time to call in Best Boy. What can I say about One Step from Eden? The battle system is solid, randomizing spell options after battles is almost as fun as opening a booster pack. A variety of deck themes makes mixing and matching a blast, characters offer different styles and gameplay, the Steam Workshop is close to rivals of Aether in player-made quality, and honestly it's worth its own video, and the music is absolutely dope. If you're a fan of the Battle Network series or the roguelike genre, then this might be the game for you. Thank you all for sticking around to hear a nerd rant about a video game. I don't really know what's planned next, so until next time.